Hello and welcome to the third video about OpenLab. In the previous videos, I showed you how to upload a task and set up your study. And in this video, I will talk about the data, how you can view and download the data. Let's come back where we left in the previous video. So at the current moment, I have the study and I'm ready to share the link with my participants. So I'm going to generate some data as a participant by taking the first link from here, from my invitations page, and I'm going to open a new page in incognito mode. In this way, I will not be logged in with my researcher account. You might be wondering what happens if I try to participate with my researcher account. So we can try to do that. And in this case, already on the first page, you will get a warning that you should first log out from your research account. In this way, we make sure that you don't accidentally mix your own test data with participants' data. So now instead, I'm going to take part in the task as a participant. I opened the link in an incognito mode. And since my task is very short, I'm going to generate some data. That's important that I complete the task, and at the end of the task, it returns me to the OpenLab page with the overview. And actually I can see my individual unique completion code, which I can copy paste to some other places if you have an integration with some other software like Amazon Mechanical Turk. And now I can close my screen here. And let's come back to my researcher account. I expect now that I should have at least one participant in my study, who was myself. So I go to the data, and the link is in the top navigation bar. First, I have the participant overview here. The participants will appear in the table in the order in which they participated. So you will see the first participants at the top. In each row, you will have the unique participant ID together with their participation code and the confirmation code. You will also see the date and time of joining the experiment. The letter P in the column role means that it was a participant. Then you will see the number of tasks that this person completed. If you need to download the data only for this participant, you can click on Get and you will download a CSV file. Then you have a number of requests received from this participant. Participants in OpenLab can request to have access to their data. It's done to comply with GDPR to provide a mechanism for users to be able to view their data collected about themselves. We implement it in a way that participants don't see their data automatically, but first they have to make a request to you as a researcher. Then it's your responsibility to decide and open access to them. Next, in this table, you will see the name of a participant, if it was given during the registration, and the language of the participant. Next column is called Details, and let's click on Open to see the information about the tasks that this participant completed. Now I'm on the page of the data belonging to this particular participant. As you can see, the structure of the data is similar to what we saw in the second video in your demo results. We have date and time of the moment when the data were saved. We also have two types of data, incremental and full. The incremental data were saved during the task, and the full data were saved when the task was over. And please make sure, I repeat it again, that you always complete your task in the LabJS builder. In this way, you will be sure to get full data at the end. If the participants requested to access the data, you can open the access by clicking on the icon of the log here. If the user will ask you to delete their data, you will also see it here in the request, and then you can use this option on the right to delete the data. And let's close it back, and let's get back to participants overview. And the next column where we left is the column of metadata. The metadata is the data from the participant's web browser. It's usually collected automatically every time when you visit any page in the internet and include things like your browser version, the width and height of the screen, for example. OpenLab stores the metadata separately, and you can download it for each participant. The last option, and a quite dangerous one, is to delete the participant. In the current moment, you have first to delete the data of the user before deleting the participant. To delete the data, you first have to go inside of the user, like we did before, and delete the results. It's done for security reason to ensure that you don't delete the participant who has an account in OpenLab and has some data in it. There are also three links that might help you to get your data more quickly. With the first one, download all data. You get the data for all participants and tasks of your study. This will include both incremental and full type of data. For the most of the cases, you will be interested only in completed data sets, so you can use the second link, download data of completed tasks. You can also download the CSV file with the metadata for all participants in your study. I will talk about the CSV file a bit later, after I introduce you other options of working with data. So the second link in the sub-navigation bar is the link which allows you to filter your results by the tasks. The data structure is very similar here. So if I click on the tasks, on one of the tasks, you will see the table rows for each participant and each type of data. You can download all results for this task, which will include incremental type of data, or you can download only completed data sets. The last option here at the top is to integrate your project with OSF repository. OSF stands for Open Science Framework. If you already use OSF, it can be a great way for you to connect your project in OpenLab with your OSF account. If you do that, all completed data sets will be automatically saved in your OSF project at the moment when a participant finishes the task. Please follow the instructions on this page to create a new OSF project, which will be synced with the OpenLab project. Now, let's get back to the participants overview page and have a quick look at the CSV file with the data. I click on download all data and open this CSV file. The CSV file might be familiar to you if you worked with the LabJS builder before. In addition to LabJS variables like timestamps and responses, and the variables created by you in your task, there are variables that are coming from OpenLab. They are the OpenLab ID of the participant, the type of data, the name of the task, the ID of your study project, which actually shouldn't change even if you change the name of your study. Then the role of your user, which usually is a participant, but also could be a researcher if it's your own data, and the participation code. Now you can use your favorite software to pre-process and analyze the data sets. That's basically all regarding the data in OpenLab. To summarize, in this video we talked about how to overview and download the participants' data in OpenLab. I hope now it's more clear how you can use OpenLab in your studies. If you have questions, I welcome you to our Slack channel. The link you can find in the documentation. So first I go to the documentation on the left here, and then I go to the help section, and here you can find the link to the Slack channel. Thank you, and I wish you a good day.